Greetings, dear listeners, and we are back in our ongoing 9 Lives to Valhalla. Paws of Power deck. Well, another opening I flubbed up, but I think all our dear listeners are used to that now. Now, you beautiful listeners, the last time we were in one of our episodes, we were with the Mouseketeers as they descended down into the sewers. Well, Kat, your character's name for me, please.
That's me.
May was the first one to actually descend into the sewer and to be confronted by the monstrous orangutan and the white ghost monstrous warthog, and then Eggsy proceeded after. Meowsketeers. I try to say it right. Just think of meow and then sketeer. You know what? That's not your fault. I think all the other listeners are probably thinking, which way has he been saying it this entire time? But anyway, continuing on. Once all of the other Meowsketeers had joined down to the depths of the sewers, the Doomsday had begun, and it became a 2-on-1 monstrous battle with these horrendous titans that had been gathered to battle against him. We had the Sloth, the Orangutan Warthog, and then the Komodo Dragon. The very Komodo Dragon that took little Loki. And with the combined efforts of our mighty players, they took down each of these monstrous titans. And, well, poor Ben, he didn't even know what hit him. And then, thankfully, I said the wrong one because Eggsy was who was saved from inside of. He was able to be May's goal was accomplished. She was able to save her brother. He wasn't fully absorbed into that monstrous symbiote, that monstrous parasite that Moon was hoping to transform him. So, and then they conquered everything, and then Pestilisk made good on his word. He swore fealty to the cats, and he's gone out to seek out areas and any potential leads that will lead down to the labs of the Moon Kingdom, down to the depths of where they would need to go to hopefully find his lab. And with that, we're going to join in with the players because, thankfully, from some leads, it's been about a good week since the Doomsday. Everyone's had time to nurse any wounds or scratches or anything that suffered from that battle. And they've been making their way towards Alaska because it's not because where they need to seek. Their goal is on the northern tip of Alaska because they need to reach the longships that are there to take them towards Antarctica because that's where their leads have told them could take them to where Moon hails from, where Moon has his main lab. So we join them in now to where, Kareem, what would be a good, like the coldest area of Alaska?
Ooh. Now, I would say that would be the Delta Junction area.
And that's where we're going to find ourselves now.
That is one of the coldest places in mainland Alaska, as my knowledge of physical experience, actually.
Now, I do apologize because I should have elaborated more because not all of dogs have become antagonistic to cats because actually the Huskies, they're neutral. They do not see cats and they don't take part in this war. And anyone who comes into their lands, they will always guarantee protection and safety. It's the Huskies and the St. Bernards. Right now, you're being led. Everyone is actually on a snow sled, and the pack of Huskies are leading them through. And you're being led to the neutral land that is actually being governed by the St. Bernard. He was actually the former alpha of the dogs, but Cujo took over for him, which is ironic because you would think this St. Bernard would be the one to be named Cujo, but his name is Pancakes. And actually, you are correct about that because, oh boy, if the group was not in the midst of a blizzard, this group of Huskies are rowdy as fuck. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to be doing the orc voices. These are husky orcs. Look at these little kitty catties. They be so cold. Especially the really small one with the big ass hammer. And right now we're in the.
I'm riding into St. Bernard's.
Oh no! Right now you're not with Pancakes right now. you're going to Pancakes is right now you're with the Husky.
Okay.
But they do
So I'm
have
pre-gaming.
they do have those little barrels around their neck. But I was gonna warn you, if you're riding on that little barrel, they're making you drink.
I'm fine with that.
We'll come back to that later. Okay. So now, as I said, everything in this world has gone through evolution. So these Huskies are about the size of the Siberian wolf. And dear listeners, if you actually don't know, the Siberian wolf is actually the largest wolf in the world. That is actually the closest thing on this planet right now to what a dire wolf would be. That's how big a Siberian wolf is. So, and just as with the warthog, their paws have evolved to where they have a vestigial thumb. And vestigial thumb, that just means a normal thumb, 5th digit. So they have thumbs now. But as the same thing is their back hind legs, they don't have feet. It's just evolved into like another hand. So it's more like 4 hands running on the ground. So they're able to really grip down and launch themselves. So they are really fast. And if you didn't know, what makes dogs really terrifying is that, so a cheetah can reach a speed of 60 miles per hour. That is correct. But they can only maintain that speed for about like maybe 60 seconds. And then their speed drastically decreases till they finally run out of steam. But dogs can indefinitely run at the same speed. They don't tire. So right now, they're going about a good 45, 55 miles per hour. Now, May, after what happened during this last week leading up to now with after saving your sibling?
I would imagine just trying to get him somewhere safe before we carried on. Just being pissed at everyone involved.
Loki's just like, what the fuck did I do? So when your sibling, when they were being taken, now were they a male or a female?
She's the only female of the group, or the 4.
Okay, so yeah, so we'll then say. So when he was being taken away, thankfully it was not the sewers. Oh, thank God. No, you were actually at another one of the neutral junctions, because unfortunately a lot of the Americas has just become a massive war ground. You'll have to ask around about why this is happening. Your only guess is that because of what Cujo had done to Catherine has like instigated a lot of different species to just say, fuck it. Fuck everything. We're saying we're the alphas now. We're the ones in charge of everything. So I'm trying to think of the right way, because we'll say it was the raccoon. Thankfully, you were able to leave him off with the raccoons because they've become really inclined with technology and making of prosthetics. So he's going to get hooked up. Thankfully, he's not going to have to be going around in a wheelchair or anything. He's going to be able to be walking about. And granted, you are a little worried though, because he's expressing that he wants to join you. He wants revenge.
This is trusty as
Wait, what was that? Oh, you know what? That'll have to wait. I'm going to move on to the next member of the party, because I would like to see what each member has been up for through the last. B.
Uh-huh.
Can you remind us all of your character's name, please?
Of course, Waffles.
Thank you. That's why I was like, I was getting Eggsy and Waffles mixed up, because I was going to say that was May's sibling. So how has Waffles been this entire week? Because you struck down your nemesis. You, as far as you're concerned, you saved your siblings as well, but something doesn't feel right.
I would imagine that he's a little bit perturbed by the fact that he almost killed Eggsy. Even if it wasn't his fault, he feels, or he would feel, that he almost killed him. He was 1 second away from making a mistake, you know?
I can respect that, and I can understand why Waffles is coming to that conclusion. And out of respect out of how Waffles is, I'm not going to try to do anything to really, because that is actually a lot to be taking in, and I just want to let Waffles have his time. And the only thing is that I would say maybe Loki has just been watching how you've been reacting this entire time, and he's just been waiting for the appropriate time to reach out to you. Because once again, he understands this whole, he got the gist of what's going on, and it's like, ooh, let me wait till he's ready before I try to say anything.
Understood.
because even if you have good intentions, like something said at the wrong time could just ruin everything. And Loki is coming to like this group, and like the idea of being part of the Musketeers, so he doesn't want to do anything to cause any disrespect or anything. So, but I will also point on to this though, because you said your deity was it the Leo or was it the Panther?
Correct. No,
Thank
it's
you. Sorry.
Leo.
I always just get those two mixed up for the flame. I will say this though, during this time, you've been able to feel a closer connection to your deity. Not because of rage or anything cliche like that. It's just you feel in actual, because of that form you took with your fur becoming actual flame, you felt a genuine, like, it's not just as if you're something as simple as like, hey, I'm the priest, I'm the word of, like, the Metatron of my, it's as if you really have become a physical host and avatar of Leo.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And hopefully during that, that's given you a little bit something more to focus on versus over the fact that it wasn't your fault. How could you have known that Eggsy was inside of Ben? I can't put words in May's mouth as she told you. Like I said, I'm not going to put words. It's not your fault. That's the best I can do. So
yeah, no, I understand that. He would be more, I think, for as much planning as he does and stuff, like he would probably be like, I could have let him down. It's just that sort of situation, and it's one of those things he'll have to come to terms with.
Exactly. And once again, I respect that, and that's where we're going to, and then we move on to Hiei. Hiei, during this past week, you felt the glory of battle. Not many cats can say they've taken down a Titan, but any accomplishment still feels diminished because, come on, let's be honest, because that damn Valkyrie, you still haven't conquered her. How has this week been for you?
He had a lot to consider since encountering the Valkyrie, being slain by Kujo's minion, defeating the Sloth, and nonstop crapping out flowers and various plants.
Speaking of that,
in this time,
another flower.
Woohoo! I shall give an offering to Kathleen, but I gotta wait till I get like a whole bouquet.
But continuing on, please.
Yes. So the whole week, he's been doing something his father once taught him. Taught him to meditate, and he always thought that was for sissies and soy cats, their little poofy cat buns. But now he's thinking, well, my father was a great warrior, and if he's saying I should meditate, there's something to this. So meditating upon Leo and just trying to tap into the universe, he had this vision of Loki and the hammer, and just something special that just keeps brimming on his mind. That and seeing a vision of his homeland. And upon this realization, he decided to start training with Loki. Loki graciously allowed him to kind of train with his hammer a bit, and they became sparring partners. They started getting a little closer, and there's just something eating at Hiei that perhaps physical combat is not the way to take down this Valkyrie. Perhaps there's something much deeper. And why does she keep taunting him specifically? These are things that will come to light in time, but until then, he must train and figure out how to stop shitting flowers everywhere. Oop, that one's an almond tree.
Another flower. I love it. And during your training sessions, little Loki was just like laughing his little ass off every time you would try to pick up the hammer. But there might have been a time like you might have gotten it like an inch off the ground, and Loki was just like, huh? Like, that's enough there. Hey, you can stop that.
He's my buddy now.
And Loki reveals to you the secret is that it's not that the mantis is casting a spell on the hammer. In all actuality, what is happening is that with the mantis, he's removing Loki's limiter in Loki's brain. Because Loki's mother and father had to dispose a limiter on Loki.
But doing such things bears a lot of risk, so I'm trying to get stronger without necessarily having to go that route of destroying my body.
I will tell you this is that what Loki tells you is that what he has been able to understand is that back in the long ago, back in the times of humans and mortals, and well, just Homo sapiens, better way to put it, there was a condition called the Superman syndrome. Now, this wasn't that you had super strength; it's that your muscle fibers became incredibly dense, and this made you stronger than the average person because of how dense your muscle fibers would become, which is why they called it the Superman syndrome. And that, from what Loki understands, is that he is the first of feline kind to develop this condition. He has the Superman syndrome, which is why it's called the 13 seals. The first seal is in his head. The other 12 are actually on his body, because Loki's muscles are just way too fucking strong for his body.
So how's that training coming?
So, well, because of the advancements we've been making over the last week, Mr. Hiei, I've actually been able to remove one seal. I don't have to have 13 anymore. And right before you guys had gotten into the Delta Junction, you had been proceeding through an area in Washington, and you were the first person for Loki to demonstrate this, but Loki was able to pick up a boulder and jump in the air and slam it in the ground and crack it in half. This boulder was about 20 feet in diameter, so probably weighed about a good 800 pounds.
Neat. I just picture us as training and fun, where instead of like father and son passing the ball around, we're just throwing the hammer back and forth. He catches it with ease, and I'm like trying not to have my bones break.
And I am actually going to allow you to create a special double team technique with Loki that only you and Loki can do. That you get to use.
Excellent. So right away, because I can use dark magic to kind of add power and life to inanimate objects, as we see with my tuna bone. I just imagine infusing his hammer with this same magic, and us being able to do like this whirlwind of this vortex of dark magic and power that sucks the oxygen out of whatever's trapped in it as they're getting smashed and slashed at the same time. Yeah, we'll call it the smash and slash vortex.
I like it.
We are in the whirlwind ourselves, but we're not being harmed, but we can just simultaneously hit the target with our weapons and be super awesome and badass. And our capes go whoosh as we're in the vortex.
I like it.
Looking all cool.
And you've had an amazing week, and you developed that, and you feel you've grown as a warrior. And that clutch, that weight you felt from the Valkyrie, it feels a little lighter. You don't feel as oppressed anymore. Come on. Valkyrie is a godlike warrior. Unless you put up an amazing battle. So, come on. It's starting to get a little bit easier for you. And that's when we go to Truffle.
Yes.
Now, this week, for you, has been very interesting. Because as I said, is Death, back in the beginning, Death is a companion. Death has just been watching this whole time. Finally, Death is Truffle.
Yes.
Out of everyone in this group, I've been a little sneaky, and I've been looking at your futures, and yours is the one that really piques my interest.
Oh, go on.
How about a deal?
A deal for what?
Everything goes black. It's just you and Death. And he's holding his hand, and as he extends his hand out, it's just glowing and white ethereal energy. And you ask your question. Well, I'll give you something very special. An ability that allows you to see exactly 2 seconds into the future. And all I ask is, let me live in your eye so I can see your future. Guaranteed. Even if you leave the group, I'll always get to see. What do you say?
What's the catch?
There is no catch. It's just that you gotta one potential ending for your future that I've seen. Because you're one of the only individuals I've ever seen with it. You have a branching, multiple different elements, and one of them is just one of the worst, horrendous futures I could have ever thought of. And then another I can't see. I want to know what that one I can't see is.
You know as well as I do that the future is based on the choices we make in the moment. So
Yes,
there's
and I
infinite
wanna
possibilities.
And I want to see each choice you make. Because I can't always be with you unless you let me.
Only 2 seconds. But in the events of battle, 2 seconds is literally life and death.
Exactly.
On one condition.
I'll humor you. Tell it.
Anytime I'm in the bathroom, you need to shut your eyes and nails.
Oh, your bathroom habits are the least of my interest. That is no problem at all. I'm
Then
not
we
some
have a
kind
deal.
of pervert. You shake the hands with death.
Well, I don't know if you're a pervert. I don't know your life. Well, technically,
you-
I don't know your death. No, do I?
That's awesome. And as you say this, his body just turns into white energy and it goes into your left eye. What future will it be? Will it be the worst possible outcome you could ever be? Or will it be the future unknown to me? I can't wait to see.
Now, here's a question. Regardless of my personal future, do you know the future of my people? Or is it interlinked?
Future, your fate will also be the fate of your clan. Oh, I can't wait. Enjoy your future sight. Hopefully, curiosity doesn't kill this cat.
Probably not, then you'll be stuck with my sarcastic attitude forever.
Little Truffle, we need to get you smarter. You need to learn the true statement because here's the thing. Most people get that statement wrong. Did you know that there's actually a second verse? Knowledge saved the cat's life. And this is actually true, listeners. This is actually something that most people get wrong. Curiosity killed the cat is only half the statement.
Yep, yes it is. And this is why this little kitty is seeking the knowledge. Especially the knowledge to disrupt that damn jellyfish so I can kill that goddamn bastard with wings.
Oh, Speaking of a certain bastard with wings. Now, you've been told your father was killed and that's your father's skull wrapped around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can't react to this because you would never know this, but we go back to the gargantuan tree that overlooks your clan, where the screeching owls have made their domain. As we go inside, we see that horrible leader of that clan. He sits there, and as he turns, he looks around. He crushes the skull around his neck, and then he turns and looks at a obsidian throne. And on that throne, we see a male Maine Coon, very old. And as he sits there, he has a vine wooden crown. And he's just sitting there. He's just being forced to just stare at you, Truffle. And the owl goes behind him and goes, "Failure of a father. You're a fucking failure. You couldn't even keep your end of the bargain. All you had to do was ensure that your piece of shit fucking wife kept her word, made sure your people were honoring your death and bow to the glory that is on. But no, piece of shit, no, couldn't even do that. And that is why I'm going to make you watch every second of your daughter's life. Every second, every moment, every birthday, every triumph, every achievement, every milestone. You never get to know, but you will get to see. And then, when I kill, you will not only feel it yourself, but you get to see it from your daughter's eyes. And you will know it's because of you. All you had to do was ensure they bowed to us, and they knew of your death. But no, your little wife had to be rebellious. Their death is on your hands, boy. I should have never wasted my time creating you. You are my worst failure. I mean, does your child even know that she is actually an abomination? That she actually is not even a fool cat? That she is one of us? That she actually has the blood of a screeching owl in her? Did you ever show her your wings? He reaches over to the tomcat, grabbing his neck, pulling back the cloak, and seeing where what would have been owl wings have been ripped off, just bloody stumps. No! No, you didn't. That's why you're my greatest failure. You really are an abomination. Now, watch on, seeing what you'll never get to be a part of again. Son. And he pulls the cat's face, Maine Coon's face close to his. That's when we notice that the Maine Coon's eyes are exactly the same as the screeching owl. And then we go back to you, Truffle, and that's when we notice that you actually have two different pupils. One is actually a cat's pupils, and the other is a screeching owl's pupil. What was that?
I said, well then.
So you're going to get your father's skull back. Yeah, there's no secrets to your knowledge about what you are or your birth.
Okay, so I was aware of it the whole time?
No, you have no idea about this at all.
Okay.
This is just for the listener.
Okay, because in my tribe, we don't exactly have males.
Nope, so how would you know?
Probably water reflection, but those are drought going on.
Outside of character, if you would like to know about why none of your clan ever reacted to this, is because your mother made sure that none of them would fucking dare to.
I mean, fair.
And your wings were surgically removed when you were born.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I know it is, but I'll tell you outside of game.
No, I appreciate it. But, when I do find out in-game, I'm going to have a very long conversation with my grandmother about this.
No. I understand. I just wanted you to understand why. I wanted you to know.
I appreciate it.
But other than this, how has your week been? Now, since you've gained this from death.
I've been I've been doing deep dives into dark magic.
You know what? Death actually would say something, because as he's been sitting and watching, you just hear in your head, how come you don't learn any of their magic?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I can't dispel magic if I don't know the magic I'm trying to dispel.
No, silly. I mean, why don't you learn their owl magic?
That is a good idea.
Because I understand that it might be taboo, and I do apologize. I understand if this offends you. I do apologize. But you do realize you actually are able to wield it, right?
How so?
You don't know?
Know what?
This might be out of my place. I don't think I am. Are you sure you want this knowledge?
My fault starts to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I made a deal with you so you can enjoy your entertainment. You're going to know a lot of intimate things about me. You can at least give me this one hint.
You know you're not just a cat, right?
Well, no, I'm a warrior and I'm very fluffy.
That's not what I mean. Your bloodline. You do realize you come from the same lineage of who your clan has been battling. You are part screeching owl.
Oh! Fluffy immediately shakes her head and trying to get the images out of her head. Ew! How is this possible?
So you never heard the stories of Vlad, have you?
No.
What makes the screeching owls terrifying is not the fact of their magic, is that they're humans, and back in the day they called individuals of their kind vampires. And the ruler, the one that you've been battling against, his greatest wish was to create a half-breed, because he always viewed cats as a amazing species and that they would be perfect to be with the screeching owl. I don't know which one of your parents it was, but definitely one of your parents was one of his experiments.
Did the other parent know about it?
They most likely did, because you should have wings.
I have wings.
You should.
So I'm gonna spin around in circles, trying to see if I have wings. I end up just chasing my tail.
if you could find a good healer, they might be able to restore them.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that.
I will let you know that according to a lot of the rumors I've heard, that the jellyfish are some of the best healers in the world. So you are on the right path towards that.
Well, I never met a jellyfish outside of the one bastard who's trying to blow us up.
Oh, Moon? Yeah, you're going to want to be real careful about Moon. I have no idea about how Moon became associated with the member of your party, Mai, but you're going to want to be careful about that.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of me trying to dispel his magic. I know his magic is older than mine.
Well, you realize that it's not just magic. He also uses technology. May, there we go. Now I'll always remember.
Oh, goddamn it.
So, nope, that was my fault. So, but you do realize he incorporates technology and magic. That's what makes him so dangerous.
Okay.
And so you might want to let members of your party know, but apparently, because where you need to go is in the bottom of the sea. He employs, the humans called them the Drugar, and let's just say they were human, but now they're gross and slimy, and they live underwater.
Ew.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will be right back.
You left your mic on.
Yeah, real fast. So that combo for you and Kat, did I accidentally rip that? Because I don't even remember.
Oh no, the whole chainsaw.
I think he was making a joke.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I was like, oh
No,
shit.
it wasn't that part. It was we were burning woods and then he smashes Slash.
Oh man. Well, I feel a lot.
Yeah, no, I was just tracking the names of the combos we had.
I am barely keeping track of anything.
Better now.
But I know, with living in my left eye, I'm pretty sure that was a Chainsaw Man episode, which is what I was referring to when Death wanted to live in my eye and give me 2 seconds, which...
Oh yeah, that's absolutely Chainsaw Man.
How dare
if it's
you?
in
Yes.
something else, I don't know.
Actually, there's a couple things that actually isn't, but
Oh, really?
we'll go with Chainsaw Man.
Okay, because you got me hooked in Chainsaw Man, and now I gotta get the comics or the manga.
Yeah.
Actually, chapter 146, a huge thing just got revealed, and it's so fucking awesome.
Don't you say anything, because I'm gonna steal your manga books.
The last thing I remember was some dude for a katana for a face, and I couldn't find a good site to watch it anymore.
Oh, just read the manga. So, and don't worry, I actually had my wireless headphones on, so it was funny. So I heard everything as I was still away. So yes, you do have you have Death in your left eye, and yeah, that's Chainsaw Man. We'll go with Chainsaw Man. And Death just wants to watch. There's actually just to tell you, there's actually a Chinese manhwa I was actually referencing. It's called Witch Hunter.
Okay.
And the main character goes and sees one of the most powerful witches, and he says, "Hey, I want to get stronger." And she says, "Okay, I'll do this for you, but I want to see your future." And the whole point is that he has a possible outcome that she can't even see. It's a really cool it's a really amazing manhwa. If you've never heard of Witch Hunter, I really recommend.
Just recently started getting into manhwas.
It's got good King Arthur references. But back on topic while I'm typing this up, what else have you been doing during this week besides learning some spells?
Keeping in contact with the rats and keeping tabs on the Screecher Owl, the Saint Bernard, and jellyfish.
Oh, as a reward for you listening and actually talking to Death and learning a little bit about this secret, you do learn an elf. You learn one of their magics of sight, of far sight. And when you cast a spell, you see something very disturbing. You see your dad, and you see that owl right behind him. And they both just look up at you, and he smiles. And then the portal, explodes in a burst of energy, and your head just, starts to hurt, and the little blood trickles down from your eyes.
Wait a second. So, just for clarification, my father's still alive.
Oh, yeah. He's alive.
That motherfucker! I am going to rip him to shreds myself.
Oh my. Oh.
Oh hell no! Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna use shadow magic.
Okay.
And what this is I'm going to contact all of the other members.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let everyone know that these motherfuckers were lying to us since the beginning. My father's still alive. I'm half owl, apparently. And I'm gonna kill my father.
Oh no.
Get the reverse Inigo
Okay.
Montoya.
Oh, okay. Well, so you're revealing all of that?
Give me a second to think.
Oh
No,
no,
that's
you're
not
more
right.
you're more than allowed to.
Yeah,
all
but I
I'm
don't
was
like the
the-
way you said that.
All I'm gonna say is that when they see this shadow magic revealing this information, your grandmother comes out and says that is foul owl propaganda. You don't fall for those lies.
Oh, really?
Truffle would never say anything like this. And Truffle is only the most pure of bread.
Yeah, what the hell are you when I got my wings clipped? Yeah.
Mm.
What now, Granny? What now?
It's propaganda. Propaganda. They're using Truffle's voice.
You lied to me. I trusted you, Nana.
Your grandmother cuts off the shadow magic.
My life was a lie. But no, in seriousness, I actually do reveal. I do reveal that my father is alive and he's walking with the screecher owls. So we have to be careful of other cats who could be traitors. That's, in all seriousness, I will say that.
Your grandmother is trying to calm the tribe down because next time you go back, there's gonna
No, not the people of my tribe. I'm talking about the people I was traveling with. May, Hiei.
I thought you meant you were relaying this back to the tribe.
Hell no.
Never mind, none of that happens. Why that? Loki just looks at you and goes, "But you don't have any feathers. Do you have wings?"
They will cut off.
I
I could have been flying and slapping bitches.
Perhaps if I defecate on your back, your wings might grow like the
I
mighty
will slap
flowers.
the shit out of you right now.
Flower.
That was on purpose. That totally wasn't because I'm afraid.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you right now. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
Just flowers
Loki-
all over the ground now.
Loki
As your bouquet.
Loki's gonna reach under his helmet. He pulls out that little cage, and it grows up big. You see that same red praying mantis, and it's sleeping. And Loki's just, oh god, and he reluctantly pokes it and goes, "Oh hell no! Who has the nerve to wake me up? Oh, you little motherfucker! What the fuck do you want? Want you know of a way we grow wings? Oh, you little asshole! Just take her to the goddamn jellyfish, you little shit! Now put me back behind your ear. I'm tired, motherfucker." Okay.
Is there a particular jellyfish I can talk to?
Specifically the moon jellyfish,
Okay.
you little motherfucker.
I will eat you.
I'll eat you and your soul.
Fuck you.
Maybe later. And the cage just shrinks and Loki puts it behind his ear.
I'm choking Loki right now.
Ah, 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 ah. It wasn't as we fade from that scene. We're going to go to the last member to see how this week has gone. We come to Kareem. We're coming back. We're coming back. You know you're going to be going through your hunting grounds, your lands, and well, you still haven't really settled things with old Padre yet.
Max.
And well, I got to be honest. Like there's a specific reason why there's a blizzard going on, because as you guys started going into the grounds, it became like unnaturally dark. And this snowstorm, you recognize it as, yep, this is Max's doing. He's triggered his most powerful form of ice molding and basically stuck Alaska in an endless snowstorm. Only way to end it is to end his life.
So that means there'd be one place he could do that, and that'd be the highest point in Alaska.
Oh. And the idea that he's able to do this means his power has gotten really stupidly powerful. And there's just Thankfully, when you reach the Huskies, because if you wouldn't have encountered them, this would have been, not only would it have been treacherous just because of how cold it would be, but because of the ice, ice forms that are wandering about now. The best way to put it is that the locals, they're just calling them the Ithaquals. Other groups, they might call them the Wendigos. Other groups, it just all changes. But the best way to say it are, other groups call them Yetis. Some groups call them Sasquatches. What they are is they look like a horrifying conglomeration of fur, flesh, and ice, and monstrously sharp claws and fangs. Best way to put it is it's ice necromancy.
No, I understand what you're saying.
And these things, because it's perpetuant night, it's their perfect hunting ground. So the Huskies, their unnatural senses, even in the cold, are able to perfectly avoid where their hunting grounds are. So,
okay. Now, like I said, the only way Kareem at this point realizes that he has to get much stronger to even face Max. Because, like I mentioned, Max purposely did not teach his students to be at the level he is. So it is now obvious that Max was holding all the knowledge of our true magic for himself.
And to really help paint this, your senses are just as good, if not better, than the Huskies in this environment. So you looked off in the distance, and what you would have been anticipating to be that mountain range, something about it looked really off, because what would have been the highest peak goes and is even taller, but then it starts to curve, and that's when it dawns on you. That's no mountain range. That's your father's moose's antler. The whole mountain range is just your father's moose familiar laying down on the ground, and you can just see the small faint outline of him sitting on the tip of the antler at the top. But yes, his ice moose is now the size of a mountain range when it's laying down.
Kareem looks at this and tells the Huskies, faster.
From the nose of the moose, it just lets out a mighty exhale. The wind picks up. Kareem, you hear on the exhale from the moose, run as fast as you want. I'll still be right behind you. You feel
Trust
like
me, Max. Trust me, Max. So you're going to get yours one day.
The Huskies, they just dig into the ground and take off, shooting off like a bullet, and they hit their maximum speed of 65 miles per hour. Kie is jostling and shaking on the barrel of the leader. Sprinkles is just, sorry, mate. You're gonna need to hold on now, real tight, like. And from the mountain range, one of the eyelids shoots open, and it's a milky white with a milky bluish pupil. It looks up, looks right, left. And to where you are from the distance where you are from the mountain range, and with how the eyelid opened, this would look like the moon in the sky. So to everyone else in the sled, this literally looks like the moon has just opened up from darkness, but now the moon is an eye, and it looks left, right, and looks right at the sled, and is just looking at it as the sled is just going.
We finna die, y'all.
The moon, the giant eye, just looking, gazing. Its mighty gaze slowly homing in on the one that it really wants to look upon. Kareem, that eye, you feel no malevolence from it. You feel no bloodlust. What you feel from it is pleading, begging. Now, when you were a young kitten, you're the eldest of the clan. He would tell you stories of the god of these lands, of this vast tundra. Most people would think the god would be the polar bear or some other vast predator, but your clan, your elder, he knew the truth. The god was none of those beasts. The god was a moose. and I'm going to have that flashback in there. What do you think as you look upon this eye and remember this? What are you thinking now?
Kareem sees this and realizes that this moose it's a slave to Maximilian's will. This beast, this massive godly creature is a mere pawn to my rival. The power that my rival has. What is this? How am I ever going to what am I going to do to stop this right now? So it's mostly fear that comes over Kareem.
And as a reward, now, sadly, Kareem, you won't notice this because it's too far away, but as a reward for this, I will let the listeners get to know this. But this is when the camera would finally reveal and zoom in on Maximilian. His form has changed. His head is still a cat's head, but the body has become truly more humanoid, Homo sapien. His fur, there is no fur. It's now just more of like a suit. But with the cat head though, horrifyingly enough, it's still more like a humanoid mouth that has this grotesque wide smile. And his body is just glowing with blue eldritch energies twirling about him. Kuta was right. I'm going to have so much fun as he looks at what truly is more of a hand. It's not a paw, it truly is a hand, just with sharp talons at the end. It feels good to be on top. And he just looks up from the sky that he is. Now, Kareem, during this week as you've been on the sled, how's been your mind?
Kareem did not feel good taking down the honey badger because of where he comes from with the mixing of the species in Alaska. He kind of understands that we're all still animals that were affected by humans in one way or another. But he also was thinking about his training with Maximilian, in which he realized that yes, that he'll never be as strong as Maximilian, but what Max taught him still holds relevant. And as he's traveling every now and then he would practice certain spells, little techniques. Coming across a patch of grass, he would use his magic to draw the moisture out of large patches of grasses and create what I would say clouds of moisture and create little shows of snowfall or rain.
And with your training of this, I'm going to give you a little something. You were able to make a little familiar. You make a little literal storm cloud that will follow behind you. You're able to send him out. You're able to connect your vision through him so you can get a bird's eye view over an area. And he's able to get off like one good lightning strike, but that's about it in a fight. And then he'll be useless through the rest of the battle. But he works hard. He's a little dependable little cloud.
Not only that, I believe that I am still glowing.
Yep.
And that has been keeping him up at night.
And
I should probably explain that at some point.
and
he has been asking you all week, but yet.
Okay. Well, I can actually explain that right now, if you want me to.
I actually have something really fun for this though, because Truffle, you do explain about how I will allow you to do that explanation, but there's still something a little off though, because actually, first go ahead and explain real quick.
Okay, so last week when I slapped everyone and off screen I did slap May and Waffles as well, so they are also glowing. What I did is I did a protection spell. It's called Mirror Armor. So if anything happens to you guys with a threatening feel, the armor will protect your body and make the person who tried to do harm on you feel that same pain. Anything done to you reflects back onto them.
Now, that explains why your body's glowing, but why your teeth have this purple glow.
That I have no control over. I do suggest you invest in a toothbrush.
I do brush my teeth, you know.
We'll just say, like, the first time you tried to brush your fang, the toothbrush started to glow purple, and you threw it because you knew it was going to explode, which it did. And the next time, right before the final night, before you reach Pancake's keep, you were sleeping on the sled. In your sleep, you see that honey badger, and he's just, no, silly little pussycat. You're gonna have to be real careful with that one now. You're gonna need to learn how to shut it off, because whatever comes in contact with your teeth right now is going to go boom. That was my curse, my gift, so to say. Not as your gift, now it is your curse, but unfortunately it looks like I'm going to be stuck. I'm stuck with you as well, just like I was stuck with the person who passed it to me, little pussycat.
Oh, you're stuck in my head now, man.
You know, there's much more room in here than I thought. But yes.
Listen, I don't want you invading my thoughts whatsoever. You don't want to know what goes on in me.
Oh, I snuck a peek, and yes, I can say that I want no part of that little pussycat.
You keep your fucking mouth shut.
I do think it's funny that your little teacher, there's so much you don't know that's going on, little pussycat.
Oh, yeah? And you know?
Well, yes, of course I know. I was the best mercenary in all of the lands. You know that, pussycat. I've been around, and I know things. And hell, if I can't collect the money that Cujo is going to pay me, I might as well find some way to profit. And if you were to meet your end so soon, then I guess that would cause me to disappear, and I still get to feel sensations through you. And I like living. I like eating. I like existing, pussycat. So I want you to keep living. So yes, I know things.
I'm stuck with you no matter what, aren't I?
Yes, but I'm going to give you a little hint, pussycat. If you're able to reach that lab, look up the Sapien program.
Sapien program? What for?
Oh, I think you're going to like what you discover, specifically when you look up Cheshire Sapien. And this was the person your clan trusted. Oh, you little pussycat.
I don't know why you think this is so funny.
Oh no, you want to know why? Because the reason why I think this is so funny, because you cats, you always believed not that you were superior, but that you know that you were right. And that's what made you superior to other species. That you knew what was going about the right way to be, about the right way to have the clans and all of this. You cats had that uncanny supernatural sense. But then, all because I go and I sneak in a little meeting, I get to find out that the real reason you cats are all special is because you little fuckers don't even come from this goddamn planet. And you don't even know it.
What?
And I'm going to go to sleep for a bit.
No, come here. Kareem takes a grab at home.
Sadly. And that's when you wake up. I love leaving those cliffhangers. And I'm just going to leave, and he just leaves you with thinking with that. As you wake up, you are coming to Pancakes. Now, this is not some vast, threatening ice fortress. No, this is a very warm, fighting log cabin mansion would be the best way to describe it. You see species of all kinds. There's just all kinds of pups and kits running about. playing in the snow, even though the blizzard's going on. But you see, this is because this is a lot of species that they make home in extreme cold and environments. And standing by the entrance, it's just a mountain goat. So yeah, you just see a ram, a gargantuan mountain ram, just arms crossed. Now his horns are about a good 3 feet in diameter. So these things would literally split a skull with just a simple headbutt. He looks, the leader Sprinkles looks up and goes, "We got the ones for pancakes. We get the kitties for the pancakes. Let them in." He just grunts, and from the heat and steam from his nostrils, just lets out a massive steam cloud. The Huskies go to unloading your guys' gear, and you're led inside the entrance to the cabin, to the log mansion. And it's like I said, it's really warm. Like, you go from below at least a good -20 to about a good 85 degrees inside this house. It's very heated. Even the floors are heated for your feet. Then a couple of chihuahuas come up and they ask to take your guys' cloaks. One walks up to Loki and goes, "May we take that cloak for you?" And Loki goes, "Oh, I don't think you want to do that." Don't worry, we'll be fine. Okay. Hold on, I gotta roll for this. One of the chihuahuas is crushed underneath Loki's cloak. It's just a and Loki's he just easily just picks up his cloak and goes, "I'll take that and I'll put it away. I figured it'd be easier." And from the distance, you just hear, "Is that the Mouseketeers? Come to the back." Loki just goes, "Should we go to the voice?" Oh, okay, cool.
Sure.
And like Loki goes behind you.
Yeah.
You guys lead the way. And as you go down the hall, and this is when you get led into Pancake's office. And then when you come in there, you just see a beautiful mahogany desk. And then behind it, you just see this really big, just thick Saint Bernard, and he's wearing what looks like a really nice, like yellowish button-up shirt. And on his desk, you see a name badge that says Pancakes. He slams one of his mighty, big old gargantuan thick paw hands on the mahogany table. "Well, are you the Mouseketeers?"
Why, yes, we are. And here is our first leader. Our first leader.
Oh, dear
May!
God. Really? Ah! Yes. I was going to say, yeah, I think that's actually up to you guys. Did you follow behind Kareem, Loki, and... Okay. May, it looks like you get shoved to the front.
Definitely gonna smack whoever shoves her.
I step aside.
I guess I'm getting smacked.
Loki tears up a little bit, like, well...
You know, May, you also get smacked because when you smack someone with the mill armor, you end up smacking yourself as well.
She takes that risk.
Okay.
So, all right, furious leader, gaze upon my magnificent mahogany table. Mahogany. It is the finest wood in the land, and I simply cannot talk to someone unless they understand the beauty that is mahogany.
It's a very nice desk.
It's a very fine wood.
She's gonna test it with her claws, like, yes, very good.
All right, yes, you understand the greatness that is mahogany. Alrighty. So from what I hear, y'all need some safe travels to find the Moon Jelly Lab. From what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
Someone must kill her.
Wait, what was that little one?
There's someone that must kill her.
You know, I was going to say, what does this have to do? What was this in for me? But now you've piqued my interest. Who are you going after, little one?
The Lord himself.
Ha! You take down Mother Moon? That's almost as funny as someone being able to destroy mahogany.
I am, in fact, gonna destroy mahogany with my swords.
Go ahead, tell me how you destroy the desk, please.
She's just gonna give, like, the smuggest look, and then pulls out both rapiers and just slices through them, like, into bits.
So, Pancake's jaw drops, And he still just continues to let out a belting laugh. Maybe you can take down Mother Moon because you can destroy. All right, little one. But, your swords are curious. May I see them, please?
Don't
Maybe
do that.
upon them, yes. But they're blessed by Lady Tigress herself.
Oh. he lets out a chuckle at this. You don't even know who I really am. He actually asked, would you hand over your swords into his paw?
Don't do it.
Only the blade goes first.
Oh, he happily takes some blade first, and you notice they don't cut his paw. And as he takes them, he's just still laughing chuckles. And he puts them like, he holds them handles down. He reaches behind him and he pulls out what looks like a really, really fucking fancy blacksmith's hammer as he just screams out, "Mahogany!" And he smacks your blades and a massive spark of energy goes out. And then a symbol of like Tigress appears on him. Little one, I do understand the blessings of my wife. So here you go, little one. My true name is Puppetus, blacksmith of the gods. I just like to take this mortal form to help out you to help out the mortal species out every now and then. Because it gets boring up there in the Pantheon.
Maybe the kind of cat she is like, she could do better.
I just want to add that I'm in the background just holding up the mahogany pieces. I know they say not to cry over broke mahogany, but it's just so sad.
Poop one day, see if you can fix it.
Puppetus just looks at you and it's just, you really got some balls on you. I like you. All right. I'll provide you the ship you need. It'll be made of the finest mahogany. God damn it, B, you beat me to it. Because I was going to say with that, just a little mahogany tree shoots up behind.
Damn it, both of you beat me to it. It shall grow like the mighty mahogany of yesteryear.
There is going to be
I gotta build a cabin house for my new boo, Kathleen, whatever.
So your blessing the Tigress has been enhanced now, May. And you know those forms I said that your blade became during the battle? Now you feel like you have a better understanding that what it is that you need to. What it is like the triggering is inside asking for the blessing of Tigress. And when you pull that, and then when you do that, the blades. It's like a little portal appears over them as they just take that big, massive form.
Basically asking it shall appear.
Exactly. And you get the feeling as if these are not really swords, as if you're really just holding two talons of Tigress. Like these are literally her talons. Well, it's going to take some time because besides the storms that have been brought about from that goddamn Cheshire, I have no idea where he came from or... I really feel sorry for the old girl out there. The fact that she got subdued by him. But we gotta wait for the waters to calm down because apparently Mother Moon.
Subdued by who?
Well, so that storm out there, little one, that's not natural. It's been triggered by this strange entity that came about the past few weeks ago, calling himself Cheshire, and he literally subdued a god.
His name is Max.
Wait, what? How do you know
His name is Max. He was my teacher. Basically, he was my father.
Oh boy, we're in for some shit that even mahogany won't help with.
Shut up about mahogany, goddammit.
Never! Mahogany is great, but wait a minute. Do you use like that weird ice folding magic shit?
That's not the name, but...
Well, that's what it looks like you're doing to me. But anyway, hold on real quick.
Kareem facepalms.
He turns around from his desk. He reaches and he pulls something like really small out, pulls out his hammer again, lets out a mahogany and smacks it down. And then like a whirlwind ice just storm goes off. And then he throws it at you and it's a little banglet. Here, put that on. That should help.
And he catches it and looks at it and bites it. Wait, that was a bad idea.
It actually, you're actually pretty impressed because the arcane magic of this, it blocks off the curse from your teeth.
Okay. So I guess maybe just spark, it just probably pops out of my hand then because it's still like that magic still has to come out of somewhere.
There's like a little impressive little fireworks show goes off above your head. And as you put this banglet on, your eyes glow blue. And your entire body gets encapsulated, covered in like an ice armor.
Ooh. Kareem looks at this armor and touches it. And it's just amazed by it.
I'm just gonna let you know, all that banglet's doing is just bringing out your potential. That's all you, boy.
Nice.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's all that's doing is just bringing out your potential. As long as you have that on, your power will be easier to tap into because I'm going to be telling you right now, Maximilian taught you wrong, and it would take way too long to teach you the real way to get that potential out. This is going to help us cheat and fuck over the way he tried to fuck you over. Because, boy, you're supposed to be a lot stronger than you are right now.
So was everyone else in my clan. They'd be alive right now if it wasn't for Max.
Oh, I mean, specifically you. Your power, he's been deliberately keeping you dumbed down for a reason. And I think I understand why. Son, do you understand? It's like, haven't you ever wondered why you never get cold?
Well, no. I mean, I was born here. So honestly,
you were born here.
Dream shrugs. Like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
You were found here because your mother lost you, kid.
I never knew my mother.
All I'm going to tell you is, sadly, she was killed, but I knew her very well, and I always wondered whatever happened to the child. And I'm seeing it now. Interesting. So, this little group you have here, each one of you is more peculiar than the last.
Yeah, we're a little motley crew here.
Well, two of you are demigods. One of you is technically not even a full species cat. They're mixed with another species. Another one of your group has become host to an avatar of one of my best friends. And then another of you, I've heard about you. Your destiny is very interesting. And as he looks at you, chuckles. I've heard all about you.
Wait, which one is which?
Which one do you want to know?
Yes.
He points at Kareem and Loki. There's your demigods. Points at Waffles. There's your host. Points at Truffles. That one is a mixture between two species. And then he goes, you already know I'm already interested in that one because I said he's peculiar. He points at Hiei. And then he looks at you, May. Now, I know something about you as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wouldn't waste my time bringing out my hammer just because, granted, I say I help mortals. Doesn't mean I'm going to use my godly gifts. So why would I do it for you then?
Because your wife?
Just because there's many cats that have the blessings of my wife. Yes.
You're being purposely vague and I hate it.
That's the point of being a god, little one. We're only allowed to reveal so much. It's as if there's some omnipotent asshole that is making these rules.
I hate him too.
I think the best way I can put it without saying too much and getting myself into any kind of trouble is there's more to you than meets the eye, little one. So, I mean, I said what there was the host, two demigods, a mixture of two species, the one that interests me. Wait, I remember now what the last one I was going to say. Piece of a god. I think you can do the math, May.
I see.
And all I'm going to say is it doesn't just extend to you, but your brother as well. There was a purpose for your birth. There is a reason why Mother Moon targeted you and your brother specifically. That's all I can say. Mahogany. Now, as I was going to say, there's some time because besides the storms brought about by, I guess, his real name, Maximilian, but The waters are turbulent right now because the serpents, are agitated. Mother Moon has found a way to get them to be on her side. Unfortunately, the whales have been driven off, so we're at their mercy. And right now, there's just raging whirlpools, and I'm not going to put any of you at risk for that. So if we if we just wait, it should calm down, because they can only keep it up for so long.
Or we can be crazy about it and go into this dangerous waters because they wouldn't expect it.
Yeah. You know what? I was going to say there's no one crazy enough to go into these waters, but there is. If you head out to the dockyards, you will find a captain there that will be more than happy to do it if you wish to risk it. The choice is yours. The captain that you're seeking, he's a howler monkey, and his name is Jack. And you just see Pancake is pinching the brow between his eye and his snout.
So kind of got an issue with howler monkeys. I had a little too much catnip one night, and well, let's just say that the howler monkey was howling pretty loud that night.
Loki just looks up at you like, ew. So I'm going to let this be a vote of the group. Loki looks and goes, if you're willing to whisk it, then I'll go. But it needs to be a majority that we're going to do this as a group.
By the way, what's normal and what does it taste like?
Yeah.
Okay, I vote we go. Because one
Go.
I want wings.
Okay, so that's two. I believe
I vote we
Kareem.
go.
Oh god, that's three.
With my awakening, with my revelations and these new upgrades, I feel as though the sea would be my environment, and I think these serpents will come under my will. Maximilian can seduce a god. It can subdue a god. I can at least deal with a few serpents.
I mean, you can also seduce it as well. I don't judge.
That's not what I meant, but
Yeah. Okay. How does May vote?
It
I like
depends
this
on how
idea.
they look.
Very fair.
She would look to Waffles for his answer.
Waffles?
I'm willing to go anywhere there's danger.
God damn it. Okay. Alrighty.
I didn't vote.
Kie, how do you feel? What do you desire?
It's really cool we're doing this kind of democracy thing, it's imagine a world without that. But anyway, I vote that we all if we're gonna take a boat, especially with those damn howler monkeys, I just want a cool diving suit, and I'll go with Akeem.
Before we do
Kareem.
go,
I had something stuck in my throat. Hairball. Okay, I'm good now.
all right,
Akeem there.
What's up?
While he is choking on his hairball, I do want to see foresight. I want to use foresight to see if the monkey's actually reliable or if he's gonna try to get us killed.
So, with your far sight, you see an image of you all on the boat. Granted, you're battling what looks like crustacean versions of different species. Like, there's a cat covered in like shells and everything, but he's now becoming like a squid. And then there's like a badger that's also becoming like a hammerhead shark. And then you see on the mast, you see the howler monkey. He has braids and everything, dreads, a really stupid fucking mustache and beard. Looks like he's wearing eyeliner. And he's sword fighting with looks like another howler monkey. But he has a crab arm and then a tentacle. And then with like squid tentacles for his beard. And then you see like a giant kraken in the distance, like the shadow. And that's what you see.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. But yeah, I relayed the information to my co-cats.
Loki gets super excited and goes, "We're gonna fight. Oh my god! Pirates!" And he takes off running towards the duck.
Loki, wait! I chase after him.
Kareem's face palms, mahogany.
You leave mahogany out of this.
Yeah. As you all go and Kareem face palming, you just hear it off in the distance. Mahogany! And
God damn it.
you reach the dock and the storms are going, and then you see this very howler monkey from your vision, and he does a magnificent backflip, lands in front of Loki. Ah! Why? Hi, who be you, little one? I'm Loki, and I wanted to see if you could lead us out to find this jellyfish web or whatever. Aye! You'll be asking us to dread the storms in these vile whirlpools and the potential dangers of maybe what has been known as the ghost ships. Aye! The great Captain Jack will be more than happy to lead the way, because even the storms be me bitch. As he looks out, like literally the storms stop. You see, little one, I be Captain Jack. So, do you wish to join me ship then, little one? Yes. Captain Jack scoops up Loki, who's just super excited and honestly stunned that this monkey could pick him up. Quick, you lazy bastard, my lazy crew. Vasty sails. Raise the anchor. We sail out. Come. Find ye courage, the rest of you silly pussycats. We sail! Captain Jack turns back to you all. You notice he has like 3 golden teeth as he smiles at you.
I want to try stealing one of those gold teeth later.
Monster.
Hey, traveling's expensive.
This is why I like you, Greg.
May's just gonna shrug and hop on board.
I got a little deep seething apparatus for both me and Loki, because he is now my ride or die bitch.
God damn it. And as you all board the ship and the ship sets sail, the last image I want to paint as the ship is going out and off in the distance, we see far out in the ocean, not on top of the water, it's as if this dead ghost-like ship is sailing on the horizon of the sea where it meets, but perfectly there. And leading at the helm is the very image I said from Truffle's image. We see a howler monkey with one peg, with the peg leg is like a crab claw, crab leg. One arm is a squid tentacle, the other is a crab leg, crab claw. His beard is a mass of tentacles, and he has an eye patch and a massive captain's hat. And its trajectory is towards the Meowsketeers. And that is where we're going to leave off on this session of 9 Live Valhalla Paws of Power. So till then, if you've enjoyed this one, remember to please leave us a comment and a rating on Apple Podcast or your podcast platform of choice. It really helps us with the algorithm. And until the next one, everyone, bye.